They say some rooms remember, not the walls, not the furniture, the room itself. Long before the hotel was abandoned, before its name was scratched off city maps and replaced with silence, a man checked into a third-floor room with his wife. The receptionist remembered them clearly, not because they stood out, but because the woman never spoke. She kept her eyes down. Her hands trembled when she signed the register, as if she already knew the night would not let her leave. The door closed behind them with a soft, final click. What happened inside that room was never fully recorded. Police reports used careful language. Neighbors in adjacent rooms spoke of nothing unusual, no screaming, no crashing sounds, just the faint creak of footsteps pacing the floor long after midnight, back and forth, as if someone were deciding something terrible very slowly. By morning, the man walked out alone. Hours later, housekeeping unlocked the door. The woman was found hanging from the ceiling beam, her neck bent at an angle that suggested she had not been given the mercy of speed. Her limbs were twisted unnaturally as though broken before her body had gone still. Her hands were burned black, the skin ruined beyond recognition, the smell still lingering in the air like a punishment that refused to fade. The room was quiet. Too quiet. No windows were open, yet the curtains stirred as if something invisible had just passed through them. The man was never found. The hotel closed soon after. At first, it was called a temporary shutdown. Then repairs were delayed. Then the staff stopped answering calls. People who passed the building at night claimed the lights, sometimes turned on by themselves. Always in the same room on the third floor. Taxi drivers refused to stop nearby. Dogs would whine and pull away when walked past the entrance. Eventually, the city gave up on it. The hotel rotted in place, its walls absorbing rain, dust, and memory. But the room did not forget. It waited. Years later, a business tycoon bought the property. He was known for reviving lost causes, for turning decay into profit. He dismissed the stories as superstition, urban myth fed by boredom and fear. He ordered the building stripped to its bones. New wiring, new pipes, new paint. When workers reached the third floor, several quit without explanation. One man swore the room was warmer than the rest, no matter the time of day. Another claimed he heard breathing behind him while standing alone. A third locked the door and refused to open it again. The tycoon laughed. The renovation was completed. The hotel reopened under a new name. Guests returned. Business thrived. And then a man booked the room. He was a traveling salesman, middle-aged, confident, unafraid. He joked with the receptionist about the rumors and asked if the room came with a free ghost. He was found the next morning. The door was locked from the inside. His body hung from the ceiling, positioned with horrifying familiarity. His limbs were broken, his hands burned, his face frozen in an expression not of pain, but of recognition, as if, in his final moments, he understood exactly what was happening to him. Management blamed a freak incident. Then another man died. Then another. Each death followed the same pattern. Always a man. Always alone. Always in that room. Each time, the bodies looked less like victims and more like reenactments, as if the room itself was repeating a memory, perfecting it. Women stayed in the room without incident. Children slept through the night, dreaming peacefully. Only men screamed. And the screams were never heard beyond the walls. Guests began reporting. Nightmares, visions of a woman standing in the corner of the room. Her neck bent, her hands blackened. Her eyes fixed not with rage, but with expectation. She never attacked. She never spoke. She waited. Surveillance cameras malfunctioned whenever they faced the room. Electronic locks reset themselves. Fire alarms failed. The hotel existed, but the room did not belong to it anymore. Finally, a spiritual practitioner was brought in. She did not enter the room. She only stood in the hallway and began to cry. She said the woman inside had never moved on because she was never meant to. She said the violence had soaked into the room so deeply that it had learned intent. She said the spirit was not lost. She was exacting justice. A ritual was performed not to banish, but to contain. Candles burned low. Warnings were spoken aloud. A rule was established, carved not into wood or stone, but into fear itself. No man would ever be allowed inside again. The room was not sealed. It was not destroyed. It was claimed. To this day, the hotel still operates. Room bookings are normal. The third floor is clean, quiet, professional. Room numbers run sequentially. except for one detail no one mentions out loud. The room exists, and if a man ever steps inside again, the room will remember exactly what to do, because some ghosts don't haunt, they repeat, and they are very patient.